Hello Nature Sockside. Hello Fated Monster. Hello Navox. Hey Woodluck. Why are we counting separate 100 combined 200? It's easier to keep track. And I mean, I keep track of all my runs anyway, so if you want to know... if you want to know anything, everything, just take a spreadsheet. But yeah, much easier to keep track when it's something like maybe I guess it's pretty fast to do math either way, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Hello, retreat. Yeah, I always keep track by 100. It's easier to see the progress. The first 200, even though in the spreadsheet it was, even though the spreadsheet had like run number 1 to 200, yeah, I was still counting separately per 100. It's just that I didn't keep track for, I didn't keep track of any stats in the first 100. I do remember the win rate though. It's like the win rate per 50. I keep track of every 50. So if you check the 1 to 200, you also see that. Almost certain we break strict science period record the sample. I mean, yeah, if I play well, it will happen. It's just pretty high chance. Just, yeah, I need to play well. And also I need to see better options on these, yeah. Need to play well and I need good luck. But I think if I play at, let's say, 85% level, then we would get it at some point. Hello Bagel, thank you very much for the red. Hope your stream was good. Hello Giant Pot. But yeah, how do we check here? It's a red colorless into the hexagons is not the best, because the bomb doesn't solve the ghost at all. Something like master strategy, secret techniques, secret weapon also not enough value. For example, into slime boss, secret weapon might do it, violence might do it, but into this fight it doesn't. Yeah, this fight is way too long for the front load thing to matter. And the Guardian is, you don't need that much for Guardian, you need a lot for Hexagons. Hello Matthew. New sample was a difference. I just keep track per 100, but to me, honestly, I would say the quality of play is divided. For this 200, yeah, it's a little bit weird. Because I would say the quality of play is divided. Like the first 50 is separate, and then the next 150 is separate. Because the first 50 I was still basically making some macro mistakes, because I was changing pretty major parts of my gameplay. And in the second 50, I was fixing the mistakes that I found in the first 50. And now is another 100 where I try to actually play my best, and hopefully we can get something like 85. Defect is the one that's no swap currently, and then swap only, and then combine later. But sorry, good, thank you. Doing well, yeah. Very nice, very nice. I'm doing fine. Okay, here we do. What are we going to do? Late elite is only one, yeah. So either you do floor 6 into floor 8, or you get one elite out this act, or you just do floor 6. So I'm thinking that no matter what happens, we probably go to this shop. But if we want to go to this shop and we want to have a chance to take this or this, then it has to be here, 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 and not here, here, here. So no chance to get extra gold from the shop from the question mark. But we need like 3 fights. And then one more potion formation, because yeah, if you can save your gold by something other than a potion, yeah, then you have more flexibility in the shop. You can buy uncommon card, you can buy colorless card, you can buy rare card on sale. You can never buy a relic though if you start this way. Hello Peter. Hello Zile. example, with boss swap could be interesting for Defect. Yeah, I've been looking forward to that because swapping is honestly a pretty significant part of Defect. Really, like I would probably say you end up swapping on silent. On silent, even after I do the swap sample, I only swap around 5-6%. On Defect, just looking at the map alone, my instinct is already that I probably should swap around at least 10%. But maybe it's something around 10 to 15. I don't think I will ever swap as much as coach, but definitely you do swap like from time to time. But a funny question already, how much gold Neo would have to give for lose starting relics here? But yeah, immediately makes me think about like cost gold value. And people say that Defect relic is at 100, yeah, which I don't even know. Like, are you really playing Defect? Because you definitely do not pay 100 gold in exchange for Defect starting relic, even though it's trash later. And Act 1 is probably still worth around 250, maybe 300. So insanely strong in Act 1. It's basically a better hourglass, I would say, in Act 1, the Defect relic. Later on, it's definitely not nearly as good, but inside Act 1 is better than the hourglass. And hourglass you pay probably... You do buy hourglass sometimes. But I would say probably 270 is overpriced, or yeah, maybe 250. What percentage would I guess optimal play swaps on Watcher? I mean, I don't know. I play in total, I play like 100 Watcher runs or something. So I wouldn't know. And I only got good at Watcher after playing like 60-70 crown swaps. Hello, Base Bacon. Thank you very good luck. I was thinking like 300 silent plus 100 for the Neo, but 500 into the shop sucks anyway, it would be even higher. 300 for silent, yeah. Silent is weird because the main thing this thing is doing for you, okay, it says you cheap in hallway fights. It's a backup prep basically, but it's significant because your starter deck is like this. Whenever you boss swap, you basically spike your chance of having a terrible draw in knob, and its level is small because those fights are very short. But the risk of knob is suddenly much lower if you exchange your something relic for a lot of gold, because now the shop makes you like super strong. Like you suddenly have 2 good potions in the knob fight, so suddenly it's not a big risk. In Act 2, the risk against level still stays, yeah? But in Act 1, the threat is a lot lower. So honestly, if you want it to be really balanced, to exchange your starting relic for gold and silent, I would probably even tell you that maybe it's worth less than the Defect. But swap run is going to filter with even percent relic. We probably do the almost the same thing as the silent swap thing. So no P-box, I will not play P-box swaps. And if we swap into something naturally too many times, then we just filter that out. Like for example, when I did silent swap sample, we swapped to Snake Gold like 3 or 4 times in the first 10 runs. For the first 20 runs or so, so I just cross it out because those ones win anyway, so I don't really want to play more Snake Gold swaps. Don't raise diminishing value from the gold. You can go to double shop though, Peter. Is that you can go to early shop in the Act 4 front load to deal with elite, and then you can go to late shop to solve the boss if you need to, and then Act 2 shop is still completely alive. Which is a pretty big thing. If you always make sure your Act 2 shop is alive, it guarantees that if your boss relic breaks, you still have place in Act 2. Which to me is worth a lot. But yeah, here it's difficult, but Neo's 11 you're never in this map. First of all, it's hexagons. Number 2, the map is very low value. Just look at this crap. you want to swap, you want to snipe, yeah? So you can snipe this one, yeah, cool. Now what? Because you snipe this, you get one more elite, so you skip your neo bonus in order to get 2 elites in the act. You preserve your HP into the first elite fight in exchange for probably like 2 or 3 anti nodes. No neo bonus. And then there's the Hexa Ghost cutting your bonus extra, your extra HP down anyway, so it's never. If the meta is so incredibly low value, I also don't look at this. How much would I do it for Silent in the end? Maybe... Honestly, maybe... Probably the same as Defect, like 250 or something. Maybe 250 is slightly on the weaker side because this relic is still playing so much later. Maybe 300, yeah. Maybe 300, but not that high. Generally not that high, because in Act 1 you have a lot of gold, you don't miss this relic that much. Oh yeah, so it's between Kaleska and boss swap. Speaking of swap, this might be a swap map, because you can see right here. If we swap into something that allows us to take 4-way fights, and we can do even 4 or 5 4-way fights into here, you skip this elite because your knob sucks. But then you get fight number 1, fight number 2, fight number 3, all the whole way fights in Act 1 into Hexa Ghost. So you have a lot of upgrades, you have a boss relic, you still fight only 1 elite, but that's expected. If you take boss swap, you do not fight more than 1 in a lot of cases, unless you get like super good potions early. 250 seems too low, can get it for max HP, but I mean, max HP for 250 is the most broken bonus in the whole game. So do you really want to make it better than that, or at least equal? Because to me, it feels like the bonus design is supposedly maybe balanced in the middle of the road. So you really want to compare it to like literally the best bonus in the whole game consistently, because that seems a little bit weird. Yeah, probably better than 15 regardless. 15 regardless right here, hand and wheel plays better, because with hand and wheel you can actually do 2 fights into here, you have to go to buy a relic. So hand and wheel Apple is still as strong as usual, yeah? Sadistic nature probably does not give you the 4-6 elite, especially when you take 15. So it plays here, because yeah, you pick up poison and such. But things like Panache doesn't play nearly as well. The bomb doesn't play nearly as well. Magnetism plays okay, but on Silent Magnetism, especially when you take 15, does not play in 4-way fights. So how many hits are there really? It's like Master of Strategy a little bit, but it doesn't play in Hexa Ghost. And then there's only, yeah, Apple Hand Breed. Maybe you count Sadistic Nature. Maybe you count Secret Technique, because you can Technique for poison in this fight. And later on it plays. But it's not very good. So it is probably a boss swap, and then a swap to Crown Egg Cry. Yeah, press very high for you to buy. Usually you're not in Act 1. Definitely not in Act 1 on Silent, I can tell you that much, even if you swap. Okay, Dome into Hexa Ghost is like fine. Dome swap in Act 1 usually is okay, because the elites are completely fixed pattern. And this boss is actually also completely fixed, yeah? So in Act 1 it's okay. When you go into Act 2, you cry. When you go into Act 4, you cry, but that's the problem for future us. I don't mind Dome swap. I mind Dome picks, I don't mind Dome swaps. Pretty difficult to force this, so I don't think we try for this, but I don't want to go 5 fights either. But I don't mind doing here. If I get some gold, I can go here and maybe we can force this elite. If we can fight 2 elites in this act, it's actually excellent. But the expected path in this act is 1 elite only. Fight number 1, fight number 2, fight number 3. Sometimes you can fight burn elite and do 2 fires, but even if you only take 1 elite in this act, yeah, burn elite is still risky. Max HP not only you cannot deal with. Don't think I hate it. Yeah, I hate it too, but not in Act 1. Not in Act 1. Swapping into this, I would say probably is slightly above average. Fight until leader, you know, it's fight until chosen. You want the first swap act 2, you see chosen, or you see the birds, and you already hate this. And then, yeah, the longer you go in the run, the worse it is. You see, eventually you see Time Eater, and then you see Spear and Shield, and then you see the Heart, and then you say this is trash. And it is. But this guy is not fine. I was about to say this guy is fine, but then I see my head. Yep, -6. There's a silent we know and love, guys. So do I need to take this one or not? Because I can play my whole hand. That would be good here, yeah, kind of. Because at least it's not like turn 2 for being like this complete trash. But I did say, right, is that you, when you swap, you do lose some extra HP to whole wave fights usually. And then the knock threat becomes much higher. But for example, for Lagavulin, yeah, this relic, the starting relic is playing almost nothing. And against sentries, it's fine, but don't really care about it too much. Against the knob, it's significant. Very. But yeah, do I take this one or not? It's 19, next turn he attacks for 16, I can play my whole hand. So if I draw this, I take 6. Let's take 1. How many 6 energons have I had? A few, not that many. But quite a few. Is there a limit on how many mods channel can have? As far as I know, no. You have limits on VIP, you don't have limits on mod. That is 15 damage against the knob, and these are very good cards. Not this one. It's still good. It's not nearly as good as usual, but it's still good. At least the first copy, because yeah, strength reset is still extremely important. But into the hard fight, unless you can will every single turn, or you have the incense burner, this card is not going to play nearly as well as normal. Vector and 4 base energy seems kind of too strong. Even though Cow Gamble is definitely something you want later, but Lexi is also something you definitely want. And it plays immediately better here where we want to go to. We farm a lot of hallways in this side, like advanced hallway number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. We farm 5 advanced hallway in this side and it plays here. So next week. Okay, that's not gold. I really need to stop drawing like this on turn 1, yeah, because otherwise we are going to die. If we keep drawing like this on turn 1, we are going to die, especially if they not attack on turn 1 here. If this guy is, they have 75% chance to attack each. But if this guy decides to buff and this guy decides to weaken me, I'm going to get owned next turn, like destroyed. And there's nothing I can do about it. So normally they just attack, or hopefully they attack me. Okay, they attack. This turn I'm taking a lot of damage, but not much I can do about that. Hopefully one of them attack only. 75% each. They never attack this turn, and this guy attack only for 6, so should be that should be all the damage. This guy is only -4. People allowed attack first 2 turns yesterday. What chance of that? Yeah, I also have that. It's 75% for each of them, so turn 1 does what? 56.25 times 75, that's -14, that's 42%, so 42% for each turn. Around 17. Yeah, around 17. Yeah, maybe 17, 18. It's like 0.75 to the power of 6. Sticky Strike, 2 costs. Acro, we pick up on site. P-Stab is slightly better into the Hexagons, but I think I just take the Sticky because we definitely pick up any Dagger Throw, any Acro. And 2 2 cost also means that we don't float energy as often when you want to attack. This is definitely not strong enough for me to brute force this. This is a fine card reward, it's just that right now our damage against O3 is not. Okay, so the thing is that we do not have a second shot on this deck. So I can go here, buy a potion. And then maybe we can still brute force this fight. 15 damage extra on the knock, we can play everything here. So that's gonna be 30, 45, 45, 15, 60. Knock definitely does not die in 3 turns. Even if we buy a 5 pot, Knock still doesn't die in 3 turns. That's pretty sad. If you buy a 5 pot here, Knock is still at 80 HP, but it is wicked. We have leg sweep. Figure would less likely attack previous turn, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Attacking your turn 1 doesn't matter for turn 2. They cannot attack 3 turns in a row, but turn 2 is still completely random. If I go here, I need to take this fight, basically. Lagavulin we can deal with. Lagavulin 4 base energy, left sweep is weakened forever. We have extra 21 damage from the potion, and Sticky Strike also does not get debuffed as much. We can buy another potion. We can fight Lagavulin. Sentries, 4 base energy, first deck cycle was a little bit better, but we killed one like pretty slowly, which we still bleed a lot. But immediately after this, we do have a rest. And this is the only shop I go into in this act, yeah. If I do not go into the shop, how much gold do I have in Act 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah? 7 fights. But also this is a fight, so we do get advanced always in both of these floors, which is not even super easy. But yeah, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 105 plus 1 elite is 135, 210, 225. That's 340 into Act 2. Which is a good number. Around 350 into early Act 2 shop. Sometimes chest has gold, so you have more. That is a good number. If you go to the shop in here, buy 1 potion. You cannot buy a potion and remove, right? Because we low roll gold first 2 floors. 23 gold in 2 floors. Average is 30. That's a pretty big low roll. So you cannot buy a potion and a remove. If you after you buy a potion, let's say 55 gold, you have only like 65 left, so you can buy on open attack. That's about it. So the most amount of gold you can spend in the shop, I would assume, is around 80. Is that you buy uncommon potion or uncommon card, like power. Maybe sometimes you buy colorless. So maybe the most you can spend is like 100. So you enter Act 2 with 250. 1 fight less actually. But if you can take an extra elite, that's 1 fight more. So it's the same. So you're around 250. If you cannot fight this, it's around 220, which is pretty bad for early Act 2 shop. But still acceptable. Sometimes you see question mark gold here too. Yeah, I think I want to try for this elite. With the leg sweep and the poison potion, we have a decent matchup with Lagavulin already. And I can buy another knock potion here. If the shop breaks, yeah, okay, whatever. It's just that we can never buy relics here, so that would be pretty sad if the relics are super good. But this part is not even risk free. Let's go here. Yeah, here's an acro, here's a C on sale, but I take acro strength pot and then we just run into the elite. C on sale is pretty cool on 4 energy and it deals with sentries for us. It actually just deals with sentries for us in this run, and it deals with Lagavulin too. You know, it's like 6 poison, 12 poison, and Lagavulin is definitely dead. Yeah, no good relic is fine. Yeah, here's an acro on 4 base energy with the sticky strike in the deck, and I would love to be able to buy acro plus the CE, but we probably do acro plus the pot. Legend, thank you, good luck. Acro is better than CE, right? Or am I stupid? Is Acro better than CE? Into the North fight is not even that great. Into the Sentries fight is like fine, but CE is better. Into the Lagavulin fight, CE is better. Into Hallway fight, it's debatable. It kills Laga? No, yeah, it's actually true. CE kills Laga with the poison pot. And yeah, into Hexagons, you know? Hexagons, Honestly, I assume that Acro plays better in XecnaR though. But another big thing is that the discount on the Sneaky Strike is not that relevant on 4-base energy at the moment. So the fact that this is actually giving you a discount on the Sneaky Strike does not matter nearly as much. And again, this is a common, like you go to a lot of hallway fights, maybe you see one or two naturally. And for both, yeah, I can. So if I buy Echo and Strength to deal with Knock, or I just buy the CE and we leave. But CE deals with 2 of the 3 elites, it's just that against the Knock we are getting owned if we do not draw top deck CE. Oh, this freaking thing is on sale, man. Oh, it's on sale. And we have not picked any AoE solution yet, yeah. And without the backup prep, the AoE solution we need to pick is slightly more than usual. You cannot just deal with AoE fights with backstab. You cannot deal with AoE fight with like 1-over attack with some more front row physical damage. It doesn't work. Heavy souls or 3 elites? Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe it is just C because potion chance here is still also 40%. It's not like we never get a potion drop here either. But yeah, low rolling go sucks a little bit because if I can afford this or this right now, I feel actually quite good for this side. And if I just get better so good, yeah. Mainly because we are very scared of the Knock. Knock is levels, yeah. Level is where the AoE solution part comes from, and the knob is where the rest of the thing comes from because you're floating energy. No potion, 10 gold. Are you kidding me? So first 3 for average amount of gold is 45. We get 33. Yeah, interesting. Hello, Westbrook. Backflip we can take. Yeah, this is certainly not killing deck if nothing else, I can tell you that much. Oh, actually a not killing deck. So you can upgrade CE here that absolutely deals with Lager Wounding. XecnaR go revolt or run certain position when the amount of gold actually matters. I do because I do calculate average amount of gold. That's what I'm saying. It's like if you want to go to early shop, you usually want to take 2 fights because yeah, potion information and it on average you meet the threshold of remove plus support. And of course, when you go to early shop, next one you also need to calculate early act 2 shop, like how much do you have? Because you need to be able to have at least 200. This event is difficult. It's either transform or defend here. After let's shift backflip, 5 defense, and we are afraid of the knock. Or you can upgrade to CE. But we do have 3 more fire in this act after this. And upgrading CE does not make the knock fight any better. Yeah? If you draw badly, the knock fight is not. It's basically the same if you upgrade the CE. So I think a transform defense is good. Now that is useless. Probably worse than defense for a while. Eventually it will be better, but for now it's worse than defense. Okay, how bad it can not go? It will be weakened. So we do not die in 3 turns ever. I mean 3 turns we cannot die, but 4 turns. What about 4 turns? Double big hit. If we sometimes it's not weakened on turn 4 though, and we do play like let's say 2 skills. So it's going to be, let's say turn 2 we play 1 skill, it's going to be 11, weakens to 8. And turn 3 is going to be 20, yeah, base 19. Let's say we play a second skill on turn 3, is going to be base 22. And 22 is going to be 24. So that's 8 into 24, 32, and then turn 4 we die. Yeah, probably cannot find an elite then. with transform breaking and the card reward not giving us damage. We wanted to knock here, the chance that we die is just too high. So we just take our upgrades, because upgrades right now is not that bad. We upgrade the CE. Next upgrade we can do maybe upgrade a sticky strike. We can pick up echo, dagger throw. These do not need to be green, but so we can rest once. Right now we do have 2 decent upgrades to make and we can rest. Oh yeah, CE upgrade comes first, yeah. I would really like to be able to take this one. Not a guarantee, but hopefully we have enough damage to guarantee the knock is not killing us. And we're winning. Boss one silence always a little bit fishy early game. If we survive long enough, then maybe yes. But for now, we are in a bit of danger. Also, at some point, I need to upgrade before the hex suppose. So I can make it now. One elite deck, one as planned. Monka. I say that our maneuver does not play, but is that true? Yeah, I say that our maneuver does not play, but it's not even true. Because right here I can see leg sweep defend our maneuver. Because CE must be played on side, but next time this guy doesn't attack big. And this guy is still wicked. Yeah, of course leg sweep goes here. Not for up for debate. And I think defense just happens. This guy attacks 12, and this guy attacks 80% of the time, so defense just happens. The last card, however, is not clear because the strike damage does matter a little bit. And if next time I do not draw into backflip or the CE, then this arm maneuver energy is completely wasted. If I draw into this is a good turn, and this thing is still weaker, and this guy does not attack like 60% of the time, it's probably strike. Well, it was outmaneuver, but what can you do, right? This guy maximum attacks 9, this guy maximum attacks 7, so we are facing potentially 16. You can see he goes here. It's 17 damage. We need 11 more. Yeah, backflip survivor, yeah? Storm sucks. Okay, at least we block the other guy. And here we have the 4 energy playing. Acro Bios in complete shambles. No, really, Acro Bios right now, I don't know whether you're crying or you're dying, but you're doing either one, maybe both. But we don't even take that much damage, and here's the strength pot to deal with the knock him. Bone chains right now is back to 40, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, top 4 fights, 40%. 11 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4 fights. AB is 60. And we have 44. Interesting. Deadly poison, if anything, I don't want. Flash shots with a strength pot, but flash shots without the backup prep. We do a backflip and a lot of skills, but still it's not good enough, right? I think it's just a skip. 11 go per floor because the 11 silent quit streak. Yeah, sure. But yeah, this is probably just a skip. I'd like to tell me one deadly poison for the Hexaghost 2, but I think CE alone with weak chain is like enough. Considering that sometimes we can even save this potion. If we see send trees first in this fight, then we don't use this potion either, yeah. Take more fight, or we just preserve HP and potion and do this. It's also possible, it's just that if we see any life loss event in here, then suddenly it's empty node. And we just saw Exodium Wildlife, like pretty nasty advanced hallway. So this is usually something more manageable. Not this. Oh, come on. This piece of crap, we don't draw the Lexi, so it's probably -8 this turn. He attacks me 80%, yeah, now this time he doesn't attack. And I don't draw Lexi, so weak chain is not here. Yeah, it's just, we cannot split, right? And even if we can split, it's a terrible one, so I don't want to do it. When it's 40, I don't want to use pot. Both of these are good against knock. It's not a real split. Oh yeah, I did not think about it. So that's a 30 split. That's great. Okay, play slower because this is actually run losing. This mistake right here, it splits at 34. I was thinking 34 is not split, but 34 is exact split. Yeah, play a little bit slower. This is actually run losing right here. Let's read our CE first and no problem. Okay, that's honestly, it could be way worse. That's still probably good. Even though I take 2, maybe more sometimes, but it does open up some kill here, which yeah, is a kill. Acro Bios once again in complete shambles. Hello, Closer, thank you for good luck. So we did draw a 40% potion, which is quite sad. Noxus Fumes is here. I don't mind the Fumes, I don't mind the Masterful Staff either. This is way better against Knock, this is better against everything else really, because we can, if we can take up more blocks, then we can sit behind the Fumes with a Weak Chain. And into Hexagons is quite bad, into Hexagons is quite good. It's just, yeah, the Knock in here currently... we do not have a very good fight against the Knock at the moment. And this does not make anything better, yeah. And it is pressuring us to make an upgrade. It's just that right now only the CE does not kill Hexagons for us. So how is the Knock fight? Let's say I pick the Fumes, it's empty. We use both pots. We still never die in 3 turns, yeah? So we need to kill it in 4, not in 3. In 4 turns, energy wise, we can play everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 here. And we do draw 20, 22. So this would be 8 each is 40, 45, 45 plus another 14. 59, 59 plus another 18. 77, 77 plus CE plus the Fumes damage. We should be able to kill Knock in 4. Is that worse because of Dome? Partially, yes. With Dome, you take chip more damage more often, and you have less chance of drawing the Masterful Staff on turn 1 to preserve its cost. Hello, Nikaido. Thank you for the good luck. The Fumes does pressure to make an upgrade, but two of the three it's playing better in this fight. And we do have 3 fighters coming in Hexagons. I think I just take the Fumes. It's still chaos, it's not nearly as good as what we currently have because yeah, we right now only care about the North fight, and most of these are better into the North fight compared to this. Like, this thing is pretty awful in the North fight. It's much better in the Lagavulin, but Lagavulin is already our best fight, so we don't care about this. It's probably better into Sentries first cycle, but not interested. We only care about the North fight. Alright, well, the force attack, and yes, we fight this elite. I do not want to run into Burning Knock, like normal Knock, we already have Chopper again, and we need maybe fire afterwards to rest. Okay, we draw our best fight, so this fight is probably... I wouldn't say 0 damage, because we need to draw block, but this fight cannot kill us, I would imagine. Poison chance only 30%, so if this fight cannot kill us, do I steal Poison Bot? Because Poison Bot against Hexagons is still useful, yeah, in case the bottleneck and shuffle our CE, and bottleneck of Fumes. Right here we already deal 9 poison. I still don't want to block 2 cycles though. Fumes is not down, so it's like 9, 8, 7. It's probably 9, 8, 7, 8, 9. Which is 41 damage. 45 damage. A little bit fishy, huh? And we do have Fumes first before the Hexa. Maybe I should still use Poison Pot. By doing Poison Set Pot, no. I do swap a Silent, like maybe 5% of the time, but I do. When I consider Strength Pot, I think Strength Pot into Act 2 is still better than Poison Pot. I don't like that, because next turn I'm taking 10 to 15, and there's nothing I can do about it. Which kind of sucks. But at least I drew the defense. Ow. That's dead next turn. But we know that this is an easy fight, so minus 10. No potion, point chance 40. And Shaku probably fairly useless. Predator is great. Backstab is also here, but yeah, Predator is just way better. Which is probably also my upgrade immediately. Or I can upgrade the fumes instead to make sure that even if I have to rest, I still have fumes green here. But I think Predator upgrade plays immediately. And for the AoE fights where the fumes can happen, we already have CE+. Minus 4. No potion, potion chance on us 50. Protect Snake 9? Of course we do. Like, this deck is Snake of its mind. Maybe you get bullet time? No. Snake is probably like the best boss rally you can see in this book. Okay, not really true. Like, there's still P-Box and there's still Pyramid. But it's better than all the energy relic, I can tell you that much. You already have 4 base energy, you have some sustain, you have a block card that is impactful, so you can block with Snecko. You can deal damage. You have freaking outmaneuver. Like, what else do you want with the Snecko? Yeah, of course, the dome with Snecko was like a small problem, but as far as raw power goes, Snecko is like probably one of the best things we can see here. And that is applying even before the Predator, yeah? Here we only Snecko out of mines, like here we're still Snecko out of mines, and now like it's still the same. Plants and fumes. That's our 2 upgrades, and yeah, I think we probably still make plants first. If I see Catalyst, I would upgrade that over the fumes on this floor. If I take it, I might. If I see Food War, I would also upgrade that over fumes, but the plants upgrade will happen before Act 2. Because in Act 2, the dome actually has downside for real, yeah? So now if we have to rest every single floor in Act 2, every single fire in Act 2, I would like my Relic Plants to be green. Don't know if Dome is Snecko anti-synergy. It has anti-synergy mainly because you don't know when to potion Peter. Knowing when to potion with Snecko is very important. And the Dome doesn't tell you when you need to potion. So you end up wasting your potion like fairly often, which is really bad. That's the biggest one for me. Regarding card play, usually you don't change that much, which is why Choco Snecko is like so good. You don't really have options. You cannot play more than 6. But you waste potion very often with Dome Snecko. Nunchaku, yeah, doesn't matter that much, but I would still prefer to be on 9 if we can. Right, the kills. Okay, all the potion back. So all this 4-way farming, this pays off. We do not miss the 50%. So right now it's back to 40, but we probably do not need a pot in the Hexagons. Now that is certainly not the... Those are running with its price people stack battery alchemy, yeah, sure. We probably do not need to potion at all in the Hexagons. I can see prepare to prepare upgrade. I can also see expertise or expertise upgrade, but Sneaky Strike right now is an empty card, yeah. And with the Wallet plans, the prepare has more value, even though you float energy before this happens. Any turn when you play Predator, it plays Any turn you play backflip, it plays. Any turn after you play plus, it plays. So I can see prepare to upgrade prepared, or I can also see expertise to upgrade expertise. I can also see skip into upgrading fumes. But I think I like prepare to upgrade prepare the most. Right? Of course, it's slightly worse with Snecko, but it doesn't matter. If we see Snecko, it's only 3 of 20 is 15%, exactly 50. Yeah, let's take prepare to upgrade prepare. Also makes me draw CE faster in Tank 2. And no guarantee I have 5 energy yet to play, make the expertise really play yet. Because expertise after the weapon is down is still trash. Unless we have excess amount of energy, but these are very expensive cards. So we have like around 215 to early act 2 shop. That's about exactly as we expected. We low roll gold, but we got 25 gold from the chest, so it evens out. That's a pretty bad turn one. Next turn, how much is it? It's 3 times 6, right? The 2 times 6, let's see, alone, we're taking 1 damage only. I think I got to keep my Nunchaku energy though. It's like these cards are still expensive. And I can keep survivor over the strike even. So we just play plans and do nothing, yeah? Because if I keep survivor, I can activate this. Looking like it's not needed. Okay, bottom deck and maybe shuffling out all the poison. That's fun. That's pretty scary, honestly. If you bottom deck and shuffle out all your poison. And keep on over until after we play Predator, or can play it right now because we have like double 2 costs coming and we want to play this, we want to play this, we want to play this. But we also need to block a little bit next turn. Okay, the not bottom deck and shuffle poison. We bottom deck and shuffle Predator, which is slightly sad, but poison is more important. This turn is only 4 damage, so on defense is fine. Next turn, the turn after is 8 damage, so survivor alone is fine. It's 4 damage again, if it's weakened. Taking 1 if I don't play the defense because I do into a burn. 90 poison, so next turn is nothing, yeah? So I got 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 110 from poison. We did 50, 61 damage. We do not die the Inferno. Yeah, I can block this one. Because if we redraw C in time, we redraw Predator, the good time it still dies. Yeah, we have witness on the Inferno turn. Okay, it's dead. I mean, I think it's dead. And we take no damage here, 0. Attack full block, and this turn is dead. Pulse of this adrenaline. Pulse is more scaling, like card draw definitely appreciated with. I think more options definitely appreciated with the dome. We do have the sneaky strike. Opens up a kite pick. Kite pick is already half open, but I would prefer to have something else, of course. The adrenaline makes us draw faster into CE and the violet plants, which can matter a lot in Act 2. at the cost of some scaling. But again, we only have Golden Plan Plus for scaling, we have Poison for scaling. What we need to do in this one is improving our block output, not improving our block consistency with the Golden Plan Plus. If we see Snecko or Kai, then of course the 2 is better, yeah. But I think Adrenaline just outperforms. Like early game and late game is not so much weaker. Definitely not the first choice. There are many things that I would like over these cards. Like the Nightmare, the Burst, the Alchemize, the Malaise, the Red Form, and yes, Red Form is still good. But I guess these are middle of the pack. Box. Yeah, we just box for 9. And if you see P-Box on this is better than 2. Mediocre. If I don't have the dome, it could be a good one. But yeah, piercing wheel value is lower. This is okay, but we chance some over defense. We do have a backflip and the leg sweep is pretty good. So this is good. This is great. This is probably good. This is still fine like 2 late or the value is lower. This is whatever, and these are bad. This also has some synergy with this and this, but yeah, these are bad. Probably an average P-Box. Like no ultra high rolls, but no ultra low rolls. You don't get super Omega Busted Broken cards. 3 rare cards there, and one of these could have been alchemized, but yeah, no. 2 elites. We still have some slavers problem, but maybe less so now because yeah, P-Box no more base cards. We have CE in the deck, we have the Piercing Wheel in the deck. We have potions we can use, so Imperator potion can also kill one of them. So I don't mind running into an elite like somewhat early in this fight. Pretty awkward path because there's no safe path that goes through this Burning Elite. Unless it's super safe. We do fight number 1, fight number 2, and then Burning Elite here is on Elite Act 2. Then we can get Burning Elite out of Act 2. But yeah, it probably doesn't happen. We have Force Parting in Act 3 most likely. Oh well, the relics are Joker and House. And it's true, it is not pyramid and that's the P-Box on screen, so you click the box. I'm bit strong enough to do 4 elites because that would be nice, you know. It's like we go here, we ignore the shop, and then we do elite number 1, elite number 2, and then we get the shop with some blood vial sustain, and then here we get fire. We need to rest, do elite number 3. If we cannot do this elite, we can dodge. But we are forcing ourselves into 3 elites if we enter this branch. Not always true. You can go here and then here, but these are all advanced hallways, so it's not safe at all. I guess no matter what, we just start this node, yeah? If we get completely destroyed in this node, then maybe we go here and play safe. And we do elite number 1 into elite number 2. Only 1 fire. Only 1 fire no matter what though, so we don't get fires in this act. We don't need fires that badly either. Why is that out of the question? Why? Why am I out of the question? Like, give me a short answer. No, try it. That's not a reason. That is definitely not a reason. I don't want to play 1000 cuts. If anything, I dump 2 energy into Doppelganger if I draw if I break. And yeah, I already outperforms the tools plus 10. Adding 5 cards, adding 5 wood cards. Do you want to go to have full HP in this fight or not? Because right now I'm seeing that we're losing quite a lot here. So do you want to have no HP or do you want to have full HP? Yeah, adding full heal seems good to me, you know. You think adding 5 cards is better? I think adding full heal is great. If it multi hits, we take only 2. If it single hit, we take 6. Okay, only 2. And from this point we should be okay. Rail is still here, but so we can attack 15, but we do have foot 1, we have weak chain. A lot is really bad. A lot is really bad. It can attack me for 15 this turn, I probably still want to play backflip. What's this, right? Put this in, shuffle this in, shuffle this in. Maybe I don't care about C. Being shuffle, I mean. But now I can play C, I can also play outmaneuver Infinite Blades. If I don't play C, this fight goes on for quite a while. I'm going to have Plans Plus in play, Weak Chain in play, and Full in play now. And we also exhaust on more card. I'm not good for anything except that like on damage, and not really, it just sucks. One of the worst silent cards for sure. I don't want to take 2 if this guy decides to be a jerk, huh? I got throw, yeah, probably still good. I'll take class of unload for 1, it's true. Hey, I guess unload for Ironclad is not that bad. Unload class synergy. It's not that bad when discard it. Yeah, it is your discard target. Whenever you unload in your hand, you have an easy discard target. Like, yeah, you actual, you don't know what to discard, but you can discard this. Wow. For swap sample, I don't know where this swap sample idea comes from, yeah, but for silent that no longer happens. Swap sample is defect only. Yeah, they got throw, and are we strong? If we are really strong, then we suddenly go this way. Go stabbing, slightly fishy. Lead with the dome, slightly fishy. Slavers always fishy. But the payoff is 2 elites. And actually fighting is forced, so we also want more value. It's just that with P-Box, we really need more value than only 2 elites in Act 2. Because the moment we walk into this portion, yeah, we have big problems to solve if we cannot fight this. How much HP do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, so plus 4 is 63 HP for 4 floors. Plus something here. Italy in sample and bot swap means swap sample? Yeah, yesterday I did not swap, but today I swap, so surely it must be swap only. So we can get a little bit more SP if I take the regen pot and go this way. But I do think the strength pot is quite strong. And the memories of course is kept, yeah? If I want to go right side, attack this regen over strength. If I end up like going here and then dodging to this way, then I also probably want regen over strength. It's just that now I don't have short on Act 3, I don't have free passing. So maybe I never get to spend it with my goal, and that would be bad. But 261 we cannot buy uncommon relic, no rare relic, so it's only some fat load value. And fat load value with 2 elites Act 2. I guess I can remove. Remove is good with this P-Box for sure, because we already have some outmaneuver chain into card draw potential, like a lot of exhaust. We have exhaust 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 exhaust. So we have exactly 15 real cards. Retain 2, and then we can chain backflip echo on blooper. We prepare. So it's also true that if you remove enough cards from this deck, you do not need actually relic support that much. Not countable? Oh yeah, I didn't. So it's even one less. It's 14 real cards at the moment. With the wallet plans. And at the moment the edit is slightly risky. It's not very risky, but it is slightly risky. Because it combines into 3 lists in a row, so you can have 2 best levels fight. And one best levels fight is minus 30 immediately. Potion does not show level fight on turn 1. It can make you take maybe 40 less damage, but that's about it. Go left. If I go left, regen with the strength, I probably keep strength important because it makes sure that this fight is less of a problem. And we do already have 6 heal with the buff on these 3 floors. So chance 30. I did just say that we are quite strong with removes. And here comes -1 remove per relic. But we also have no relics. So this is quite a situation. Right now we can still afford to remove +1 relic of our choice, yeah? In this shop. The relic makes it worse? No, it's exactly the same because you remove the right immediately here. So it's literally just 1 remove versus 1 relic, 1 random relic. Man, removes are so strong with this deck, really. You look at this deck and you tell me removes are not strong. I like relics. Everyone need likes relics. I like relics. Let's get the relic. I am a relic monkey, you guys. I cannot help myself. Okay, that was Garbo, but sure. Surely this advanced the pool for the mega prep right here, yeah? Okay, cannot buy a relic anyway, so yeah, just remove the right. Waffle no need, but we can buy Cow Gamble, which we will. And also buy the football if you want to, the second football. I don't think it's necessary or good, so I won't do that. But we have an upgrade with the Cow Gamble, we have an upgrade with the Acro. After we do this two, we see an energy source, even Amadou upgraded can also do it. But Tactician, probably not concentrate. Setup can also work because setup we do have Sticky Strike to generate energy. First remove we unload without right. I don't really know. Maybe it is. It probably is unload. It probably is unload. I will still play because it activates Sticky Strike and it's still 14 damage upfront. So in your opening hand it can be 26 damage, but 26 damage is falling off like pretty soon. If there's another backfield Acro here, I would buy, but these I don't really pay gold for. Oh yeah, let's leave. I wonder what they are doing. Is this better or worse than this? I don't see this is better than this way to play. Maybe just don't play anything. 1, 2, 3, taking 12 damage. That's not very cool. But not much I can do about that. There's no way I can gamble into like leg sweep or piercing wheel this turn. I mean I can, it's just that I cannot play the wallet plans. And if I gamble to C, I also need to play that, so it's still -12. Maybe just accept -12 because we only fight 2 elites, and second elite is even optional, yeah? If we are dying by this floor, we can even dodge. And I want to retain my Cow Gamble. Ouch. Now they are dead. We want them to die. I want to advance Nunchaku a bit. Potion again. Potion chance now is 20. I flip plus. With that, I definitely take. Yeah, potion chance 20. Cultist is strength. Cultist works immediately on turn. Strength works immediately on turn 1. Cultist is better than strength on turn 4. That's way too long. Of course, it's better in the boss fight, but I don't think we need the cultist pot in this fight either. So it's probably keeping strength pot. That's quite annoying. And we just throw away potions and now we don't get more pots. Okay. This is why you need Nunchaku to be set up, guys. Because I want to prepare to here, but I cannot. The 6. Medicine doesn't attack. It's only attacking me for 6 at the moment. I want to keep Nunchaku. We probably can. Wait, no, it takes 2 damage. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm frail. Well, -2. 2 is none, guys. Yep, 2 is none. If I game over here, I probably don't take this 2 because I can neutralize and then play a block card, but that kills my... I guess Nunchaku in this fight is not super important because we have T-set. But Nunchaku to 0, maybe 0, maybe 1 or 2 is even better than 9, you know, with T-set. Yeah, what if? It's probably true, honestly. No potion, going to 30. That minus, plus I would be all over. That minus not interested. Second upload is here. Could have been an alchemist, could have been adrenaline, could have been burst, could have been many things. But it is an upload. First upgrade for this deck is actually not too easy to determine. My gut feeling is Cow Gamble because that's the strongest if I have to rest every floor after this, but Gamble upgrade does not play super well in the immediate fight. And it doesn't really play super well right here. We can also upgrade Adrenaline to actually set up our powers. We have a lot of things to draw into and play. You need to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 energy in the first deck cycle to exhaust all the powers. But on turn 1, Adrenaline draw probably is wasting energy with the Nunchaku and the T-set. Acro is a much better draw on turn 1 if you upgrade it. Compared to Adrenaline upgrade, I mean. So the candidates right now, I would say between these 3. 1, 2, 3. Footwork upgrade doesn't really matter. 1000 cast upgrade I don't really care about. This upgrade is good for the leader, but we also have the CE and the wallet plan and a lot of exhaust for the leader. Eventually in this run, when this run progresses further, I would like this to be green. So I want this to be green, I want this to be green, I want this to be green. These are the 3 upgrades I really want for later. So right now I would like to upgrade one of these. which maybe Echo is first. We don't need to count combo that badly. We double backflip and the Echo and the deck is still small auto exhaust with the Valor Plan plus. Even if you only have Echo plus 2 backflips and Updover plus, you can still use the very big turns. Because every single turn you draw 7, you have 2 retains, you have 9 cards. And then you can cycle back into the Updover plus, you can play Predator again. So for the immediate elite fight, I think Echo upgrade is the best. There is also a choice of resting, but with 2 potions and 43 HP, resting is a little bit weird. I think I just upgrade Echo. Yep, Dome with leader, the sick. At least CE is doing it's doing some work. No attack, yeah. So now she attacks for 33 and there's not much I can do about it. 95% only, no. At most I lose 23 HP and then I can go here and rest. And we have no auto protection though, so if I lose 23, we walk into auto, I have to take the curse, otherwise I die. 25%. Do not. Okay, thank you. Another 25%. But we can wail this turn maybe, and she is going to die soon. Yep, not enough energy, so the thing would actually play. And fight 33, no, yeah, but we also had some block. She attacked 33, but we lose 25. Is what I mean, because we were blocking 8. Yeah, I'd rather lead up will play here. Because right now we are very, very short on energy and we don't know what she's doing. I think we'll gamble liquid memories the CE because this fight is a pain, absolute pain. 25% attack percentage. It's not 25. Buff and then turn 2. I guess it's true. Yeah, she cannot buff again. Right. She cannot buff again, so it is like higher than 25. It's true. It's true. Yeah, we spend the whale here and she doesn't attack. We are in trouble. Not that much trouble because we can't play Lex Suit next turn. I cannot play Outmaneuver. Memories, what's the line we want to use memories then? But I'm looking at the line of maybe piercing well into CE here. So this guy still dies, yeah? If she attacks this turn, we're taking 15. If she does not attack this turn and she attacks next turn, which is like 50%, we can weaken her, so it goes from 48 to 36, and we block 13, block 20, we block maybe another 10, so that's 30. So we take 6 from her and then we take another 10 from this guy. But sometimes neutralize can happen, so we take 13 to 16 damage. Your gamble memories and dash. Why on earth will you memories and dash? If you want to use the memories, you gamble first. if you want to liquid memories, you gamble first, and then you can memories your sneaky strike or your CE. And that's way better. But I think I just take 15 damage here. Either 15 damage this turn or maybe 16 next turn. The worst case is that she doesn't attack me even 2 turns from now, she resummons again, but then maybe I have Outmaneuver in play. No, I never have a chance to play Outmaneuver unless she attacks. because every single turn she can attack, and so I need to spend energy on block play basically every turn. That's quite bad. So if you want to memories right here, I think the line is actually leg sweep the leader. You gamble this and then you memories your CE to kill this. No, that's not even good. Like gamble immediately, but then you can neutralize the leader instead. Then you can still play your sneaky strike to kill this guy as well. So if you want to memories, you just gamble immediately this hand. And then you have leader weaken, you have CE killing both, and you can still play block. You don't have maneuver, but you have Nunchaku set up to die. But the problem with this line is that even if we miss the attack intent, yeah, he's still not dead, and now we don't have liquid memories anymore. But the whale is still in the deck. Yeah, so the worst case scenario if I play the slower line without the potion is I piercing whale right now, play the C on the Fed, which kills it because we have the 1000 cards in play. If the leader does not attack 0 because the Mad Gremlin is whale. So the worst case scenario is that the leader does not attack this turn. Next turn I spend all my energy on block, she does not attack. So she resummons or buff. And the turn afterwards I do not know what to do. That is the actual worst case scenario here. The Mad will die to poison. No, it's like 2, 3, 4, that's 9 damage, and it takes 13, 15 from the explosion. So the Mad Gremlin will die in 2 turns. So she attacks 36 and she can resummon 2, maybe double sneaky, that's plus 20. But I still have 43 HP. So I can never die, straight up die in this fight, it's just that afterwards it's not safe, yeah. I can make a straight up die in this fight, even without using this. But current chance right now is 30, right? Yeah, 3 fights, 2 potions, 30%. And this potion is strong, even in automaton. Taking 15, and then we have blood will go to 30. We do not need to take the second AD, we can also rest. I think we'll see. I think I like we'll see. And we hold leg sweep backflip. Attacking is easiest for me. Yes, minus 15. So now the fight's probably over. Yeah, if she attacks, then we have probably enough time to deal with whatever crap is coming next. Or so I say. Not super clear. Trust stock unload. I hear that your trust stock into unload. Okay, maybe unload sucks. Maybe unload still sucks. Because now I can play outmaneuver instead, and I just play finisher afterwards. And then get Nunchaku energy to can play infinite play. And I hold back flip with outmaneuver, and next turn she is in play, we can kill her. Now if she attacks this turn, we are in trouble, so she better die now. Which she will. She will die this turn. More bang, yeah, okay, leave this place. We get more bang now because we advance the thing, at least. So maybe I do gain extra gold. Sometimes I cannot use though, these are garbage. Yeah, free remove, that's quite good. And unload, right? And destroy Seaborn 5 spirits, but then I can still toss Doppelganger or 1000 cards. Well, these are certainly some relics. Oh, what a relic bar, guys. Amazing. But yeah, we probably key this. End of Act 2 is almost here. Yeah, next floor is Forgotten Outer, and now I cannot take the curse. And Sentinel Puzzle is also coming, but I do want to make curse key open too. This deck can definitely use 5 energy. And this deck loves removes, yeah. And we have no free pathing, so the curse key is definitely a consideration in this point. And this relic is quite trash. Just continue dodging advanced always and see back. Library is still good, red mask still good. Point chance is 40%. Not really, right? The 6 HP, I mean, because this is probably a fight now. It will be a fight, yeah, it's always a fight here. Yeah, lovely. I always love to see an anti-shrine and back too. Doesn't count it, but we top like the CE, so hopefully we are fine. We do not have leg sweep though, unless I memory the leg sweep. This will not play. At least we can kill the Cultist guarantee, so we might take 12 here, but not more. Sometimes we take 0. I don't memories for take 0. That's good. Maximum damage here is 24, right? 24, so weakens to 18. So this is full block. If she attacks right now is for 15. No. Yeah, for 15. Need 2 more damage, which this always does. Giving finisher to Evan Chapu more, but not it's not guaranteed lethal. I want to make sure that she freaking dies. $50, thank you very much for the 18 months, special a lot. Without new sample doing anything differently by previous sample, the changes was already made in the changes were already made in the second 50. First 50 was doing some new things and also making some new beat stacks, yeah. And the second 50, I think I corrected most of them. So this 100, I just try to execute properly, based on what I learned from the first 50 of the last sample. But the win rate is much better. It was 72 into 84. Garbage. Okay, 36 HP, but these are all advanced always. Or we can just dodge the elite and go get an upgrade. Which, yeah, adrenaline upgrade, maneuver upgrade, gamble upgrade, over 5. We are still playing with like 0 relic support though, but this fight is scary as hell. From 36 HP, 38 HP to 4-5, and maybe it cost me another thing. So it's on elite for potentially 2 upgrades. Which yeah, I don't like that too much. So it is a 1 Elite Act 1 into a 1 Elite Act 2. And we'll see how many elites we take in Act 3. It's at least 1 because we need to take Burning Elite. I think Adrenaline upgrade comes now. Yeah, much stronger after exhaust. And this is quite a lot of speed. And I genuinely think the arm maneuver upgrade is more important than the cow gamble. Okay, just stop Lexi and we are good. Go dead. Go pre-fight. I do need to consider it because time meter is dead. Yeah, I actually need to consider this because time meter is a garbage fight. We can strength reset. Our damage is not super fast though, but we can strength reset with defensive scaling weak chain. So if we can strength reset, that fight should not be a massive issue with card draw weak chain warlord plans. Oscar and Terror, yeah, this I also want to skip. And if I take a card here, I definitely take Catalyst, yeah. My gut feeling is I get away with skipping. I don't know whether that's true or not. Something like double walkers in Act 3, if I want to take them, I also need to have honor please. And they both exhaust too, so they in the scenario that we actually end up being infinite or close to that, the card added here is slowing setup down a little bit. It doesn't stop me long term. The advantage of Terror is that it does not need the upgrade, but it's not like Catalyst minus is so bad either. Catalyst minus plays fine in time meter. And in most fights in Act 3 is a brick, so I don't really want to spend an upgrade on a brick. It opens up some pretty major outs from rare cards, like Nightmare, the burst with liquid memories in my deck, it just kills time meter instantly. Catalyst one unpoison card? No, Catalyst nothing else. You pick Catalyst in here, it's your entire end of Act 3 and Act 4 damage. And you don't need anything else. Okay, ideally you want a Nightmare or a burst, but you don't need. So something people, these are also pretty big misconception, yeah, that people usually have. Is that when you play Catalyst, the enemy must have like 100 poison or something. But I tell you, if you have 50 poison, that's already enough to kill every fight. You do not need your Catalyst to be on energy deal 200 poison. If your Catalyst is on energy 25 poison, that's already more than good enough. Right now we can make it just start even without additional support. If we see a Nightmare, it can be on energy deal 200. But even right now it's already good enough unupgraded. We don't have an overwhelming amount of sustain and we do have the dome though, so it is slightly worse to break in 4 fights like 3. We only heal 2 per fight. But that can definitely change after the boss reward. Yeah, the real question is whether I upgrade game or outmaneuver. And no matter what I take here, I do not upgrade that. Yeah. Outmaneuver upgrade gives me a stronger loop after exhausting stuff. But Kawemo upgrade gives me. What does Kawemo upgrade give me? It makes it if I see reflex or tactician, I'm actually there. Yeah? But that's the biggest thing it gives. Because after first deck cycle, I already have plans in play. So the card gamble is not super necessary to be played again. Of course it's good, but it's not like compulsory. But I might need this for actual output. I think I upgrade our maneuver. And I also think I will take this catalyst. Essence versus Strength Pot. Maybe Essence slightly better now. Retromancer Strength Pot still performs though. And we do need to fight one of it. Like even Giant Head Strength Pot also massively outperforms the Essence. And the Essence with the Dome is also slightly weird. If you don't take attack, we die to auto. Now I really want the console remove this immediately, and I will show you what happens in the automaton fight. With and without this. Because I will tell you the fight is exactly the same. In fact, this probably makes the fight worse. In fact, adding this probably makes it worse in the automaton, yeah, but I don't really care, because I think we are only okay in that fight. Oh yeah, I think I upgrade our maneuver. And maybe a kiss. Oh, cringe. Ah. Well, I guess that's why you need starter relic, guys. We are losing no current HP for this. And we have the blood bio, but dome with operations. To be perfectly fair though, for this run, yeah, you just play operations on site. So the dome does not actually matter that much. Because you don't really care about upgrading operation to hold them. You just play operations on site, buy yourself 3 turns to get your setup in play. But another thing is that it costs 1 energy to play each app. So you can also miss your some powers in the first cycle. And some cards you must play as well. Like this you must play, this you must play some fight. This you really want to play. But it was immediately. It was in automaton. Automaton pattern is deterministic and you can discard the operation, so you don't need to be green either. You can draw a lot. And the bigger, yeah, the big thing is just that we are losing no current HP. And Nightmare Burst right now is already some big outs with the catalyst. And taking this operation also makes the red form suddenly really good, yeah. I will tell you right now, the red form from the red card at the moment is quite bad. But after the operation, it's actually really good. Because we have catalyst now to end the Act 4 fights in like a few turns. And it also ends the time meter fight very quickly. You can just front load your intangible for most of the runs. And you have this to heal the chip. Yeah, it's probably a tech, but it's scary. It's probably a tech, but it's really scary. And yeah, upgrade on our maneuver is still the same. It doesn't change anything. I don't upgrade up. Next turn, maximum amount of damage we can take is 32. So I cannot die. Even if I discard both apps and just play my turn like this. Someone else is happy? No. You can keep your app the entire fight here. You want to, I'm pretty sure you can keep the app entire fight. After everything is exhausted, that is. So we do have some chances to die in the initial turns, yeah. But we still have this. I don't like that. No powers in play, Adrenaline not in play, Doppelganger not in play. And we drew basically all our block cards. That's quite bad. So I can attack a bit, or I can keep Nunchaku for next turn, which to be honest doesn't matter that much. And this trips on artifact. It also deals like a decent amount of damage. Yeah, potentially facing 32 this turn. Nice catalyst, by the way. If we don't take catalyst, we die to automaton, yeah, I heard. Yep, nice catalyst. Okay, at least we ended up. They might still see, but we do have enough damage to kill one of them. The unfortunate thing is that the film is not in play. So the Catalyst redraw will also be like completely garbage. That's fine. Let's still see. Guy has not stolen anything yet. As the Catalyst. We are right now at most we take 4. I can attack again. And it also exhausts the Whale Strip artifact here. Well, next turn is better, because next turn we don't have app. Come on. That's actually the worst pattern, but it's fine. Outmaneuver is in play now. So this should be all the damage we take in this fight, yeah? We have not played 2 ups. That's fine. So this guy attack 6 times 2, dash alone is full block. This guy cannot attack this turn. Even if he does it on 2 damage, but he cannot attack. Oh, he steals my Catalyst, guys. What a tragedy. Yeah, if we don't take Catalyst, we die to automaton. See for yourself what this guy's doing in this fight. You can check it out for yourself. But just see that we literally have a curse the entire fight here. But it's okay, because this curse is going to perform in Time Eater. The only reason I actually added to my deck here. The Time Eater is a garbage fight. We need to deal with it. Whoa, 12 poison. D times 2, we can easily block that. Now we have the chain in play. So I play one more attack and it's dead. And just 9. This is yeah, only 30. Yeah? Huh. We have T-set. We have Outmaneuver Plus. We have 4 base energy, we have Nunchaku. So the Malaise becomes a little bit better. No, nothing to multiply poison, but against Time Eater, the Malaise also like really performs. Because you can Malaise first half, play your powers. Considering it's not bad, yeah, the damage we absolutely did, right? No, come on, don't double down, man. Do you really watch that fight? You actually double down your take. Like, please. If you actually play Catalyst on turn 2, yeah? And sure, it's good. The Catalyst is there, it breaks my draw for like 7 turns, and now you tell me it's not bad for a curse. 7 turns. Like, please, there are good times to double down, this is not one of them. I mean, yeah, it's a curse until it's not, which is why it's in my deck. If it's a curse the entire run, then I would never add this to my deck. But my read is that it will not be a curse at some point. What is the best to draw in whole wave fight? It's like after base probably, yeah. Malay is so good with Dome though. Yeah, Malay is so incredibly good with Dome, and right now the Awaken 1 fight is not easy. Awaken 1 fight, we are playing 1 to at least 3 powers. Maybe you don't need to play this, but yeah, these are not play, but even then we still play at least 2 powers, probably 3. So it's like 7 strength, you can save pacing well, but you have curses floating around. And don't kill that fast. Apparitions in the Awaken 1 fight is also bad because you don't know when it's doing the big multi-hit. Malays plays there, Malays plays very well in Time Eater, Malays plays very well in the heart. After Image is potentially better in the heart, but I don't really think so. I think Malay still outperforms. That's not actually true, because with Apparitions, we must be intangible the entire first cycle of the hard fight. Like, turn 2, you can never rely on your freaking Malay, yeah? Yeah, you cannot just play Malay and then just end your turn because you don't see when the multi-hit is coming. If it's doing big hit first and you don't block, you are dying. You are dead from full HP. Even playing super long fight, you still need to block like 30 something Malay's turn. But it's only 30 and not 90. That's a big difference. If you don't have Malays for second cycle onwards, second cycle you already need to block 45, you cannot cheat, you cannot block less than that. Third cycle you need to block 60, you cannot block less than that. Because you cannot rely on piercing well to always landing on multi-hit because of the dome. So after image blocking chip, either the hard fight ends very fast because of catalyst, in which case after image does not matter, or the hard fight goes long, in which case the Malay is stronger. Yeah, I assume it's still just the Malays. Better in boss count, better in the hard fight, probably also better in spear and shield. Maybe worse in hallways, but in hallways we do have blood vial. Hammer, yeah, pretty clear, right? Not Sozu, not Crown. So Catalyst will not be green, Apparitions will not be green. Malays doesn't need to be green, but yeah. Big thing is that Cowbambo cannot be green. But we do have the... You can also see in the Automaton fight. We do not need the Cowbambo to be green to have a loop that we play every single turn without Nuber Plus. After we exhaust all of these, it takes a while. But with the Fusion Hammer energy, it gets a little bit faster. Unless they tell me it's Crown. Which I can also hear, yeah. Master Crown here is very pickable, it's just that we cannot recall yet and we have free force parting. But it gives me minimum 1 upgrade in Act 4, which can matter a lot, like on the Catalyst, on the... because the Catalyst upgrade opens up a very big out in the hard fight. It's a duplication potion. Because we cannot stay in the hard fight for too long with the dome. Like the hard must die fairly fast. Crown only have good cards, you don't even need to add more cards to this deck really with the Busted Crown. That's another reason why the Crown is acceptable here. You want some cards, some very specific cards, like the Burst, the Nightmare, more backflips, more Acros on 5 energy. Maybe an energy source in Tactician, more card removes and such, but you can still see those even with the Crown, and you have the shops to visit. And I do think the Catalyst upgrade actually is quite good for both Act 3 and Act 4. Because the rest side right now, if we have to rest, is completely wasted. Yeah, we have freaking Apparitions. You rest for 9 HP. And the upgrades in here are quite good. And we don't need that many cards. It is definitely not so good, I can say that much. Crown vs Hammer is close here, and I think Crown is very pickable. In fact, I'd probably pick it. Yeah, I'd probably just take the Crown. Okay, for starting, where is it? Okay, let's shop, let's shop. So Mobank is absolutely massive. And the reason the Mobank is this big here is because we took the mausoleum. Otherwise, we don't even have this yet. So the Mobank is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's another 106, 56. That's 276 gold for one remove. And maybe we get a new common relic that's also better. That's pretty cool. And I mean, the pathing is completely false, so we have to start here. Yeah, nice catalyst. Redraw is better though, I can keep it. Burn shuffle. I think one is fine, I have blood bio. At least now, this will not play until maybe end of this act. How many upgrades do we have by the way? 1, 2. Okay, 2 upgrades, that's good. So the crown over hammer is plus 3 upgrades for this deck here, which is fairly significant. Take one more is fine. Could I backflip to draw the well fence and block one, but I think I just want to end the fight this turn. No matter what, it's only on 7, and I guess 7 is fine. I mean, I said it, right? You can still see these guys with the crowd. So, yeah, free energy. Ouch. Hopefully not that bad, but ouch. That's 2. At most -1 here. Okay, -1. So they are dead. Now yeah, this blood vial, after consideration for the apparition, also playing like super well because we are allowed to take this 1 and 2 and we are not going to die. Okay, that's not good enough. Necronomicon maybe, but standalone not good enough, even 5 energy. Golden chain 60. That's kind of annoying. That's my player. Might. And this is so awkward. How big is this attack? 30 maximum, yeah? It's like 25, 19, 19 is 14, 14, 26. I cannot doppel now into apparition. I can now maneuver, but no guaranteed card draw here. So maybe I just can't gamble this whole thing. Currently gamble 9. I can gamble 8, so we still shuffle. Maybe it's good. It's fine. I'll play the second app, I guess. Yeah, probably should have played second app, but it doesn't matter. Fight is already... Yeah, fight is already over from here. Deflect. This plays after footwork, not before. But it does play after footwork. Don't think it's good though. Three upgrades in this run, what are they? 1, 2, maybe 3, but I don't think so. I think before I upgrade operation, I just upgrade the footwork. Maybe the fumes even to make the catalyst actually be faster. The operation upgrade still wouldn't spear and shield though. That's the thing. So maybe upgrading operation against spear and shield is still a thing. But yeah, it's definitely not deflect. Essence over strength, Recommencer burning can still be here. It does make us take less chip damage when we're intangible. Like we cannot take chip damage when we're intangible with the Essence. But it does not knock beat of death. Essence saves our life in Nemesis though. 11 can't wait for another sample, yeah. Yeah, we are never going to be short on actual output. Actually, I shouldn't say never, but with the second output now, honestly, back the defect is quite a lot of output in the fight that we need to block consistently. Like Donadeka, yes. Donadeka, but we do have 3 turns of intangible to sneak in some setup. Acquisitions are basically filling in the defects purpose. In the hard fight though, you do need to block for like 40-ish after bit of death. Whenever you're not intangible, you need to block like 40-ish. Which right now we can create 8 energy per turn, but then we have to play outmaneuver again, so that's 7 energy. Probably spend an energy on an Acro Plus. That's 6 energy. And then reapply Quick Chain, Leg Sweep, that's 4 energy, but not every turn. Maybe you can say you have 5 energy to block every turn. At the moment, converts into... This is like 3, if you have full upgraded, it's like, yeah. Plus 3, 11, 11 goes to 8, after beat is 3. So you block around 40, 50 if you spend your whole turn blocking, but you still need to play your CE, you need to play your Sticky Strike, you need to play that kind of thing. Yeah, something I'm slightly worried about this defect is just that it breaks my early turns more, though, like turn 1, turn 2. And with the apparitions, you cannot break turns. Yeah? After we set up, it's very good. After we finish setting up, this deflect is very, very good. It's just before, then it's bad. Yeah, let's not. What about Nemesis? Because the Essence of Steel can be the difference between us getting owned by Nemesis and not. Retromancer sometimes strength is the difference. Especially with rolls max HP Retro. But if we completely break on killing daggers, I would still like the Essence of Steel. And if we need damage cover, this is also damage. It's only damage, the other one is only block, but only block is maybe stronger than only damage. Exception is Giant Head fight if you say that we don't have enough against Giant Head, but I think we're going to be completely fine against the Giant Head. Because after setup you can block 50 plus per turn easily without bit of death. And it scales maximum to only minus 18, which is 52. Giant Head only scales to 52, you can block that every single turn. So you just die to fumes. You just do your loop every single turn. You play Outmaneuver plus, you play some backflips, and you block Giant Head and Giant Head dies. Catalog Giant Head, okay. Now I know you're kidding, but yeah, it's not true, but you also don't beat it, don't say, whatever. Yeah, that's like essence, like we don't need this against Giant Head. It's only about Retromancer. But Retromancer, we do have the CE in which we draw quite fast. We will get wounds though. That's the thing. Against Retromancer, if we draw badly, we will have maybe like 4 wounds. So can you circumvent these 4 wounds or not? Probably. I don't think we kill Retromancer that slowly, even without strength point. So chance 50. I'm playing 2 ups. Okay, -2. Still tangible next turn, yeah? So we don't need to play football. That's 1 damage off from killing this. So I think Doppel is better than Mondays. Oh wait, this guy attacks again, I take 1 damage here. Yeah, I didn't realize that. It's fine, 1 is not. Probably 1 is not. Surely 1 is not, yeah. Okay, it doesn't attack. Yeah, I do want the advanced nunchaku. I don't replay C because it just kills it. And yeah, Blood Bio, you see it, he actually heals every fight. And we need to heal. Take his try, don't need. On chain 60. Wow. What a deal, guys. Oh, regen Raptor. Set 2 wounds for a huge turn next turn. It's only -2, so I don't really see Essence of Steel yet. I think I take that. Okay, no, I think this is fine. Unless we completely break this turn and we cannot spend 9 energy. But we should be able to. He always attacks, but we have the aggression. See, not being drawn here is like annoying though, because it maybe cost me another wound. But maybe not. Probably not, because they also roll low HP. We cannot summon this turn, so we cannot get more wounds. This turn, Intense Unknown. But we have energy in play. The multi be last turn, yeah? So this turn, she make hits is 25. It's full block. It's spooky next turn. If she resummons, I mean. If she doesn't resummon, we are probably in the clear. Jaku will not be set up for next fight, we have T set, and that's fine. Sometimes Jaku is still set. Again, this turn we need to block 25. When the last silent sample finishes, 78. Okay, I resummon. easy fight. And again, Blood Vial heals 2. Wait, blue candle. I key a freaking blue candle, guys, and here's the puzzle. Defect's back, we still don't want it. But honestly, Blood Vial was freaking doing some insane heavy lifting here, because I see it heals 2 here, it heals 2 here, it heals 2 here, it heals 2 here, it heals 1 here. So instead of dying slowly, we are full HP. Evaluation about Defect still exactly the same, right? To be honest, it's like efficient. You can look at the Retromancer fight. Is that when we want to deal damage, and now I have Sentinel Puzzle, yeah? So as long as I don't die immediately on turn 1, I will have enough cards on turn 2. So I need to break 2 turns in a row to die from 33, which does not happen with Puzzle. And you can see in the Retromancer fight that our maximum output is still a little bit weird with 2 wounds. We will get 2 more removes with this and 3 more upgrades, so we will be stronger relatively in the hard fight. But if you want to also deal damage, you need to... You cannot block that much, is basically what I'm saying. The plan for hard, you play Apparition, you Catalyst Plus, and the hard dies before you die. We have Potion Support, we have 600 go unspent. 650 even. 650 go unspent for 2 shots. But Retromancer was also the last fight, which means that the biggest threat, one of the biggest threats for the Defect pick is also gone. And this Defect will perform in long fights. I think I take it. This one I take, because we just saw Burning Retro. Our chance, no potion drop, so we have 1 potion drop in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights. That's currently 70%. First upgrade in this, I would assume, is the Cow Gamble. I would assume it's a Cow Gamble. We have 3 upgrades in this entire run from now. Currently, it's Cow Gamble, Catalyst, Apparition, or Footwork, or Fumes, one of the 3. But the Fumes is not super necessary. I think Cow Gamble goes first. Yeah, Domain Nemesis, like, what a freaking joy. Kalita, we're not even playing it yet. If we 45 now and we draw no block, we can die this turn. Usually does not happen, but it could have. Oh, yeah, we have Witch Chain now. So Predator, Leg Sweep, Survivor, yeah? And if he attacks big, we take 6. But 6 you can heal with Blood Vial. Could have done this as well, but okay, motion 70. Yeah, it's more hits. Okay, that's a big hit. When I see the big hit, I feel quite safe. Okay, he's dead. I mean, those are so stressful. Even though you're strong, you just feel stressed out like every fight. And Chaku can be messed up, but I guess it's fine. Poison egg, yeah, probably useless. Daily poison minus for catalyst. No thanks. No potion. Poison's 80. Whoa. Negated. Okay, that's pretty bad. I would say blue candle is better than this. Yeah, blue candle is better than this. Unless it actually gives me a card immediately. Like sensory stone, if it's sensory stone and it gives me like apotheosis or something, then sure it's good. It's not sensory stone. Madness, no. -2. So we saw 2 question marks so far as red mask, madness, yeah. So we are breaking question marks. Pretty sad. And this next floor is a rare relic for free. So I like that. Take one. At least in the redraw is stronger. Next time we see have a free turn. And another one is fine. They don't need the dash, but I want to loop around with an Nunchaku. Travel once again healing 2. Okay, got a potion. Yeah, garbage. Unless you tell me P star plus, but no. 170. And yeah, rarely here for free, yeah. Oh, I guess 1000 class can go. This thing is bad. This thing actually is good. Nice rally, where's my blue candle? Oh really guys, where's the blue candle? At least remove is fine. It is an exhausting card, but it's cost 2 energy and 1 draw to get it in play in the first place, so it does cost me things. And yeah, of course we go to shop, yeah. 700 go to shop is good. Go first because in shop, because maybe there's already. Oh, that's really good. Oh, we take it. It's pretty nuts. It also means I probably want to remove this garbage now. Because I can spoon my operation, can spoon my adrenaline, can spoon my malaise, can spoon my catalyst, but I do not want to spoon my shifts. So this is not a real exhaust anymore, yeah? This is actually a curse. Let's remove it. And Gameless Brew I can see buying. Nothing else, so we bring 340 going to Act 4. Buying Strawberry is like a small thought, buying the Ancient Potion is also a small thought. But with the spoon now, with the apps, I just play the apps. Also, we have the combo the edges, Liquid Memories, Gambler's Brew for fast catalyst. With the spoon now, there's no way you need to upgrade your app. And I think catalyst upgrade goes stronger, so we can do that. It's also very good against time eater, this upgrade. With the spoon now. In this I can actually heal 2 every fight, so how much is it? He heals 1 in one of the fights here, so it's like 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Yeah, it's freaking half our HP. With our Blood Vial right now, we enter this boss gauntlet on 16. But instead we're on 31. Cool. I don't know whether that spoon is good or not, but sure. Again, yeah, we can lose 2 to Prop Puzzle, and now hopefully we don't lose any. That's kind of good, no? I think that's kind of good. Don't know about you, but I would imagine that's like quite nice. Still intangible, so don't need Lex Flip yet. Even with the spoon, I think I still want to wait with the catalyst. Okay, one more. Oh, it's gone. It's fine. Okay, they're dead. If I see my catalyst being spooned, the fight's done. So I just advancement and chop pool now. First fight over. Once again, Blood Vial heals 2. Yeah, Blood Vial literally just healed 2 every single fight. That's quite sick. I still play favorite with spoon, yeah, it's already gone from my deck. It's removed. because it's worse than the curse now. Okay, it is a curse. I just cannot play it. Well, annoying fight. Really annoying fight. Yeah, really annoying. My gut feeling is Apparition CE, but if he debuffs instead and we do not spoon the Apparition, we're in big trouble, yeah? Yeah, this fight is very annoying. The other fight is free. The Awakened One fight is completely free. Because we even remove 2 powers now. So they are not even there to be played. After we play this, we just play Apparition and we can even melee the spoon the melees. Then attack 80%. 45 multi-hit, 35 big hit, 20% debuff. I'd be back free because I can still play Predator and such. If I draw second Apparition, I can play that. Discard this, huh? Maybe I should. That does not get spoon. Big hit is 18. Multi-hit is 18. Big hit is 24. So we might be taking 6 here. Next I can play 4 cards. If I make it 3 cards, I have to play this, so that's 3. And the last card maybe this few. One of these. Yeah, just be 4 cards. Yeah, pop one so I have full hand. If not, then I still have 7. And it counteract the draw down. Multi hits. No ups in hand, so currently I can die. Okay, I cannot die, but it's slightly bad. 4 cards not enough. I want to play a lot more. So big hit right now is 34. With our wick and multi hit is going to be 30. So I play backfield and they will die to this hit, and I definitely do not want to pot. Backflip with our footwork and see what we draw, because if I draw Apparition, I would like to backflip Apparition where it plans Outmaneuver, and next time I can Malaise. At worst I lose 2 more. I don't think one of the 4 cards is certainly the footwork. Okay. No spoon. That's kind of spooky. Next turn we do have intangible unless it's doing the drawdown. I have to up here. This one gets spoon. You can manage it for 11. So hopefully this draw down, because if it draw downs now, I know next turn is big hit, and then we and next turn is always multi hit or debuff, so I can malaise max. Yeah, doppelganger gone is fine. Okay, draw down. Multi hit. That's smart. Guess it's still fine. Yeah, no malaise 11, we can malaise for 7, I guess. And malaise gets spoon, so sure. Forecast next turn, but the multi hit is basically nothing. And we still have 2 ups. Yep, now it's always multi hit or debuff. So there's no need to play any art. Was that fun, right? Absolutely. And we just hold the catalyst one shot from midway point. To the midway point, man. That reason why I picked the catalyst, so it better perform here. Nunchaku setup doesn't matter that much because we have T-set. Hello GC. This is already, we need it to be like 120 or something, right? Close to that. So this is already 84. That's fine. Ow. So this can be debug for multi-hit. Multi-hit is -3, is 3 times 3, so dash alone is full block. Nice. Yep, this fight is annoying in more than one way. It is annoying in more than one way. It's fine. I need to play another scene before kata anyway, so maybe I just hold these. We have another Malay, so I can steal Malay's second half as well. If it's strength reset, if it resets poison, I also don't mind, basically, is what I'm saying. So it will proc this turn, which means that if I want to kill it now, I need to catalyst this turn, which I can. Sometimes I can. But I also don't need to. $120. Not quite on 20. So acro CE catalyst can always happen. In that case, yeah, 120, 121. So we need 15 damage, which right now we do not always have, but we do shuffle. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. It's a 9, so we need 3 cards to deal like 15. If he debuffs strength right now, I cannot. There's not enough energy, I need 6 damage. I can see what the shuffle is, I guess. So do I commit or not? 120, 121, that's currently 241 damage, you need 15, I played it at least 6. I cannot have 6 if it debuffs me this turn. I can always have 6 with liquid memories on the sea, but I would prefer not to do that. If it attacks me this turn, it's dead. So 80%. And sometimes I also still spoon the catalyst and I don't really care. I think I go for it. Okay, do not spoon catalyst. If he attacks me, he's dead. That's too good. You ever think Tarvitor is just way too smart? So I can kill it now, I can let it reset. We have a Malay that play the second half that way. But we have spoon slam, so it's pretty difficult to deal with. And liquid memory is so good though. It's like, especially with the spoon, you just play your apparition, you spoon it, and then you memorize it again, you are completely safe. We have a Malay time play, and our maneuver is still in here. I think I played the second half normally. We go for the kill, but it failed, so it's fine. He still has 0 strike. And we have a big Malays coming. Yeah, thanks, Spoon. Potion guarantees kill? Yeah, potion guarantees kill. Now, the catch is that I do not want the potion. There's a small catch. Maximum take 1 here. Then I'll just try to exhaust this again. It has pulled every single slime, by the way. It has pulled every single slime. But it's fine. I guess it's fine. If he makes this, I take quite an attack here, but I don't really care. Debuff is annoying, but it is -7 strength, so multi is doing nothing. And big hit is doing, if we play 6 cards this turn, which we can, the big hit would do -5 is 28, 28 would be 31. So we are fine. Like this. Did not get spoon, so 3 cards next turn only, but that's fine. Yeah, multi is 0 damage. So we just wasted apparition, but fine too. Up again. I don't want to apparition this this hit though, because this we can still block here. Multi hit is doing basically nothing. It's 9 damage, and big hit right now -5 is 20, 30. Which is not very easy to block, to be fair. But it's not that difficult to block either. Because if I play apparition now, the next time it's doing debuff into big hit, it's super difficult to block. But if I don't draw enough block in here, I will still play out, which maybe it's looking like the case. And it didn't quite spoon. Yeah, troublesome fight. Oh, come on. What the hell is that, man? There's 6 spoons in a row on the slimes. That's actually 6 spoons in a row on the slime. And my whole deck is slime though, it has 24 poison. That's spooky. Hopefully I don't die here because of this, yeah. Because I can't die from this spot if my thing keeps being spooned. At least it does big hit. This turns either debuff or multi, and he's at half HP already. Multi is still dealing no damage, so I don't need to waste the backflip. I want to deal damage, which we can. It's fine. Oh yeah, annoying as hell, but it's dead next turn. We preserve our potion completely and we don't even lose HP. I can advance this to 7, maybe 7 only. So what number do I want? Because turn 1 I do have 7 energy already with T-set. Maybe it's fine if I draw, because yeah, if I draw Predator and such, I still want to play. 7 energy is not that much even. Apparition need to play as well because otherwise I can face 25 turn 1. And something is slime. I want to advance Nunchaku though. And in order to advance Nunchaku, I need to spend 4 energy on the thing, so I can't play 1 slam, I guess. Okay, it works at the end, guys. Finally, it works at the very end. Maybe it works again in Act 4. This upgrade is not super easy. I imagine the thing about the Apparition upgrade is that it's still good because we have got plans to guarantee it lands on one of the landing on the first attack of the heart. Yeah? Otherwise, like when you draw multiple Apparitions turn 1, you need to play more than one. Or you force a little bit memories. I expect the hard fight to last maybe 9 turns maximum. Not assume maybe down turn 2. It's quite a lot of damage, the film's upgrade. And if you upgrade one apparition, if you draw it at the wrong time, you still need to just play it. So the upgrade plays nothing, but the film's upgrade will deal damage. You can also upgrade Acro, but I think upgrade Fumes. Yeah, 340 go into the shop. Good potion. Head branch. The Specimen. What a garbage shop. Oh, actually a garbage shop. We have 240 gold and there's nothing to buy. Like you buy a remove and that is it. That is all you can spend here. That's pretty nasty. I guess you can buy Sling or buy Impatience on the two. You can buy a second arm maneuver, but I don't think it plays. Yeah, remove something. I assume is Finisher. And removing Finisher also makes the Impatience stronger. This is still 2 cost. This is 0 cost basically, but this 2 cost, 2 cost, 1 cost, but self-cycle. Impatience is not bad. I don't think it's good enough though. But the Sling also doesn't really do anything. The Sling is just worthless. Dead Branch in this deck is annoying because it slows down my... It slows down the cycling back to the apparition, and it means I do not have Outmaneuver Chain, which is bad. I need the Outmaneuver Chain to actually block the hard fight. What a terrible shot. Yeah, actually completely awful shot. What is this? Sure, we can still remove Finisher. Can I even buy potions? Just Sling or Impatience or Maneuver or Leaf. And I mean it's never Leaf, we always buy Sling over Leaf. But the Sling really is irrelevant. Impatience will not play every single time. It doesn't play on the puzzle turn. It doesn't play on the Predator turn where it draws 9 cards. It doesn't play. Sometimes it also force me to play Neutralize in the hard fight, which I don't want to. Because yeah, big malaise into leg strip, we never want to play this. If we don't need artifact strip, because it just costs me HP for no reason. And in the next one, we just buy Sling. Sling is at least doing something. Nothing else in here is doing anything. We buy the Sling. Yeah, Sling Lethal is coming, I know. I can sense it. I can already sense it. Garbage. If by Sling Lethal you mean we are dead, then yes. If this guy attacks on turn 1, we are currently facing 33. So in order to not die this turn without potioning, I have to CE this into will this. Which means that I lose 21 sometimes. 21 50% of the time. But I preserve my potion. So we enter hard fight with like 12 HP, which maybe will kill me. But I mean, gameless rule right now is only for 4, right? And it actually can kill me every game win this. And 50% of the time I'm not even facing damage. So yeah, we probably just see this will Fumes Doppelganger. And if we take the puzzle, next time we have full hand. And we only need to block this guy, otherwise we face 60 plus damage, but we have a full hand regardless, and potion can be used. Look at what we put here, exactly. In garbage. This is absolute. Actually, no, it might not work. Oh no, it works. It doesn't exhaust, but it will still deal damage. Yeah, it works. It works. It might not exhaust, but I will draw 3. Yeah, sometimes I just lose 21, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because the dome sucks. We know that the dome is terrible in endgame. But not much I can do about this. Okay. We win the 50-50, that's big. That's absolutely massive that we win this 50-50, because 21 HP is way too much to lose before the hard fight. Yeah, it is actually huge. Because now, yeah, the Fumes is also now well and is now operation, so we take 0 now and the fight should be over. We should be able to win this fight cleanly without potion use from here, which is amazing. I can take 1. I think we can take 2 actually. It's taking 2. It's 1 here, 4 here, and then 2 here. So it's total 7. I play backfield, I take 2 damage. Solve the puzzle, and guess what? Blood Vial heals 2. Once again, the Blood Vial performs fully with Act 4. Actually, it doesn't, because I want to play game war backflip now without floating 4 energy. So maybe it doesn't play. What a shame. It's fine, we can talk puzzle next turn. Yeah, we can talk puzzle next turn. So just spoon 1, lost 1, that's fine. So I don't want to play. Putting adrenaline is quite good. Okay about this, so I think I just exhaust the Mondays. I can exhaust, of course. Why I'm even holding Catalyst? Because I'm not playing Catalyst until I see this one more time. I can take 3 here though, and 3 is real HP loss. Yeah, if this guy attacks, I'm taking 3 instead of 1, and 3 is real HP loss on the part, so I don't need to do that, yeah. Because you can doppelganger again. Spoon once more, that's fine. And now this is Burn Strike. And we're still intangible. See, now is working. No, not CE, but Catalyst now is working, even if it doesn't get spoon. And I want to advance this to 9 for sure. No potion use, no HP loss. Is already Dome S tier for wood players? No, it's absolute garbage. But it's the downside, it's terrible in very specific fights. The unfortunate thing about the dome is that all the fights where it's bad in is at the end of the run. So in every fight that's like the most difficult, in the fights that are the most difficult, the dome is complete trash. Like for example here, in the hard fight with this deck, you go to the hard fight with this deck, without the dome, we are definitely just chilling because you block every single multi-hit cleanly and then you just operations big hits. But now your piercing wave does not work in the hard fight. Your melee doesn't work because you cannot still have to operation the first attack. And if you win the 50-50, then sure the melee is full blocks. But yeah, then we need to waste operations, and we probably need to waste potions too. And everything's bad. We don't even know why I played that, but I did. I had 6 moveset? No. The attack is 50%. Like, it's 50% whether it's big hit first or multi-hit first. And for a deck like this, it makes a massive difference. Because multi is dealing 0 and big hit is dealing, killing you. It's here, the bag of prep. Advance with the Mausoleum. So Mausoleum gives you 288 gold in exchange for one remove, and now it gives you a bag of prep. That's pretty sick. Second offering I don't want. Second defect I don't want either, so this is a skip. Nekoi. If you are adventurous, I really am not that adventurous. Let's skip. So the question card is giving me nothing because, yeah, after this question card, I have not picked a single card. Oh, I don't love that. We can malaise into operation first hit, I guess. But yeah, I don't love that. Playing double operation now is also a line, but the problem is that if we get hit by multi-hit first, we are in trouble. It's a double operation malaise, yeah? And the first attack is the multi-hit, then suddenly the second hit we have nothing to answer for. So we have to liquid memories for the operations, or we have to play the third one. Hello, Chu, thank you for good luck. Now, the problem is that if next time I don't have operation, I still need to memories an operation, because otherwise I'm facing 67 and I die. So even if I discard both of these, if I do not have operation in hand next turn, I will still have to liquid memories one of these. So maybe I might as well just play these first and see what gets pulled and what's not. Also block this of that immediately. Oh, that's bad. That it does not get spoon, and I still have to play a second one. I have to play a second one right now because of the garbage dome. Without the dome, we only win this fight with this draw. But we have the garbage dome, so what can you do now? Okay, at least that one was spoon. -1. -1 is not enough to full block, but we only face at 15. Because I really want to play CE here. I don't care about Predator, but I really want to play CE. Not enough energy. Can't play this, I guess. Yeah, maybe I don't care about playing CE that much then. Outmaneuver malaise is possible. No Doppel, or you can also do outmaneuver Predator. Outmaneuver Predator is probably better, honestly. And we don't play the malaise. Okay. After facing 15 or 0, Spoon is 6. I should play Lexi. Yeah, definitely should play Lexi. That's fine. I will play this. So we are taking 0 no matter what here, and next time we are still intangible with 2 operation being spoon. This is looking good. Not winning quite yet, but it's looking good. Okay, this is multi-hit, which is 15. Do not play this. Taking damage here is okay. But we do not need to take damage. Yep. For weakness, so it's weakened the entire second cycle already, yeah? So I do not need to play neutralize Zulu and lose 1. I keep a Predator Catalyst. I think I keep Predator Catalyst in this spot. Lose 1 HP. I will play Catalyst this turn if I see a CE, which I do. No spoon. If it's spoon, we win on the spot. But it did not get spoon. So now we can save this liquid memories for an operation. We have an operation next turn. So 48 poison, we need to actually win this fight properly without the catalyst. Without 200 poison. I could have done, of course, liquid memories on the CE into the catalyst. Yeah, that's plus 27 poison. But I want to roll the 50% and we just win on the spot. Because otherwise I still have this being preserved. We hold Acro Malaise. Not spoon. Taking 1 if it's multi-hitting, that's fine. If it's big hitting, and next time we know the melee is full block. And we have the Omnivore energy. We lost the 50-50. Yep, losing 50-50 here is quite annoying. So big hit right now is what? 47-35. And we only have 2 football. But we can probably block this turn normally. Even without playing operation, because I really don't want to spend this operation now. Play this. It is still 2, this is the best time to play the thing. If I draw the operation now, I would discard instead of playing Lexi to block. But now we can Lexi to full block. Not full block. We are taking 4, but 4 is fine. Could have done CE, but I think Predator Omnivore is stronger. BD3 is difficult to block, but we can get in the spot where we play Piercing Wheel first attack and trying to full block the big hit, and then the second hit can be malaise. In this position, we can still save our operations. or you can play this right now. The problem with playing this right now is that next cycle we can no longer block, yeah, so it needs to die, which is kind of not very good. But if you play it right now, you can Malaise for all of this. You Malaise for 7, so the Mickey is dealing 1, the multi is dealing 0, and next cycle you can actually block with the Malaise giving -4 strength. And sometimes of course it gets full. Yeah, I do use it, like the apparition here. Okay. If it gets full, then it's very good. So if we Malaise for, we only need to Malaise for what? 5. If Malaise for 5, it works, right? It's only 6 and 15. Yeah, Malaise for 5 is good enough. So back flip into one more attack. Honestly, now I think it's time to Liquid Memories for damage. With the maybe not. For poison damage, next cycle you can still block without apparition. Yeah, I would prefer to have apparition, but even without apparition, you can still block. Which means we have this turn, we have next turn, we have turn after. Yeah, we have this turn, we have next turn, we have turn after. But if this is the multi-hit, next turn we have to face big hit, is going to be a -5 strength. -1, so it's going to be 44 base, 33, and mid is 3, so it's not easy to block without the memory still. We don't have extra energy next turn, no maneuver. So getting the CE back right now is dealing 10, 10, 10, 10, 40, 50 damage. If we leave this normally, it's already doing 56, 61, 63. So 63 times 5, that's 300 plus. And then we block like 2 more hits and it's dead. Now we keep a potion. Yeah, we keep a potion. Yeah, we should just keep a potion. I will play this though. I'll put that in. Okay, try to exhaust the slime again. Because yeah, we can do sneaky strike, slime, Malaise. Never need spacing well. Right, it worked. Okay, here is great. And this is free to be played, that's how we play it. Big hit. Nice. Okay. If I see big hit here, we probably win. How much damage memory is now worth? Not enough. Not enough, but I think we already out the goods. His hit is doing 0, so I do not need to block at all, even without intangible, so I can deal full damage this turn. So 50-50, we lost 50-50 in the first cycle of this fight though, but the crucial one we win. Like 21 HP in the spear and shield was absolutely huge, otherwise my turn... We might still not die, even if I took the 21, but these potions would definitely be used already. We didn't lose the 50-50 on the Catalyst though. If we won the 50-50 on Catalyst, this fight is over already. This thing has like 300 poison. But it's fine. For now, we enjoy our thing. The problem with game mode right now is I can't game mode into the thing. I guess I just do this then. We will take 2 damage to play our maneuver. I think it's worth. Yeah, I think it's worth to play this for 2 HP. And we're taking 0. It was -1, so it's doing 0 times 15. And yeah, it's dead. Do not well here. It's not dead yet, I still need to block the full next cycle. but we are pretty much there. Actually, I should keep this. Yeah, probably this cycle not too difficult. Multi is full block, so we only need to deal with big hit, which is 41. 41 weakens down to 30. So 30 will easily block with 6 energy. And here you see why I say armor removal upgrade is super important for late game. And that is even with the crown energy. Because once you get in the loop, it improves the maximum output. Yeah, it is only 30. Multi 0 big hit is 41 weakens to 30, so we're taking 2 and a wound. But that's fine, wound doesn't matter, next turn is dead. We still have enough block to deal with 1,015 and we can liquid memories a block cut. So even if we break on operations, we're still fine. Okay, multi 8 first, 0. So this turn we have operation and fight done. Even got spoon. Did not actually need to get spoon here, but it got spoon. So yeah, fight done. Oh, that was a stressful run. No potion use. Apparently Sozu is free, guys. We never use a single potion the entire Act 3 and Act 4. Apparently Sozu was the real free energy after all. Fusion Hammer is the worst one of the 3. And Sozu is free, Crown's free. Well, that was a stressful run. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Good character today? I don't know. I mean, my plan of course is to play 2 runs, but I feel even if it's only 3 hours, I feel like super drained. I actually feel super drained with how the entire Act 3 and onwards happened. So maybe I just play Silent today and move on. Act 3 win, this will happen fairly often, yeah, because I'm actually hoping I can play my best this 100, so I will put more effort. And if I put more effort into the run, feeling tired after the run will happen way more. So potentially Defect gets sidelined for a few days, occasionally. But yeah, one Elite Act 1, on Elite Act 2, 2 Elite Act 3, but it's fine, right? Like, because basically after the P-box and after the few flaws, I already identified that we remove some cards from this deck and we are exceptionally strong. And yeah, that's what happened. Even though we brick on relics a little bit, this is good, but it's whatever. This is amazing. Potentially the best blood vial I have ever seen, but it was very, very, very solid. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. This is bot. This is doing nothing. This was absolutely gaming. The mausoleum here is suddenly into more bang here. 220, 88 into a backup prep. A rookie blue candle, and it would have played fully in this fight. But we won the 50-50, so we did not need the blue candle. But yeah, that was before the puzzle, of course. Yeah, pretty annoying fight because we missed the catalyst lethal by 6 damage, and it also did the debuff, but afterwards it was still fine. 5 damage only. So we need to think every single turn. What happened in this Act 1? It was, yeah, okay, see here. Huge decision, and it played amazing. When did I get Kata? Here. I know it's going to be a curse for almost all of this run, like all the portion here, all the portion here, and then in this fight it plays. To be fair with how the fight turned out, it did not play. It could have, but it actually played here, and it actually played here. So basically I just add the catalyst and I know it's going to be a curse for almost all the runs, but it is the strongest when the dome is at its worst. And for the short term we are fine. So yeah, I just take it. But I did not upgrade it until like here, because yeah, it's useless like before that. For Terror, yeah, Terror is worthless. In this deck, Terror, yeah, who cares? But this CE buy is actually massive. It plays super well the entire Act 1, it deals with this thing right here. And we do have energy to actually play it. And because the CE is in my deck, I am allowed to take this catalyst, which is my endgame damage. This fight without catalyst and CE, yeah, with the dome is very difficult to play. Like, it's absolutely terrifying if you have to play this fight fairly. And you need energy to deal damage basically. Our damage output in this fight was like very efficient. We play 3 CEs, 1 Fume, 1 Catalyst. That's the entire damage we need to deal. And that is 8 energy to kill the heart with. If you need to deal physical damage in this fight, you probably need like 40 energy. Which we just don't have because the dome demands too much block. But you can't foresee that. You play enough runs like this, you just know that kind of need this thing later. Yeah, complete curse here, complete curse in these fights. It does not play a single time until I upgrade it. This is the first time it played. Like the catalyst is first time it's played here, but we did not need it here. It could have played here, it didn't, but it did almost play. And then both fights Act 4 was amazing. Also another run where our deck is extremely clean, yeah, but that's kind of expected when you have boss swap. Because you do not take elite in Act 1 and you have energy, so you are allowed to pick better cards. But yeah, let's flip into CE into backflip. And then you can skip like all the crins, you take the fumes, you take cut draw, the predator, acro, violet plans. This is basically a normal boss swap run. You boss swap, you take no elites and then you win. That's how it goes. But Dome with Crown always pretty terrifying that game. But yeah, I am completely drained, so probably short stream to drain no defect. Because I still don't want to throw defect runs though. Even though I say that I probably prioritize the silent sample a little bit more, I don't want to throw defect runs. If I feel I cannot play, I won't play. Captain Luz was on the 15th streak on Silent and I see around P box with the mid, so I expect it to also be a win. Yeah, now come back in an hour? Yeah, probably not. Just go come back tomorrow. I stream that basically every day anyway, so it's missing half a day doesn't matter as much. But yeah, thanks for watching guys as always, and see you.